Welcome to the After Party Hangover Wednesday review show. I got my co-pilot Julius Ceizar with me to help me break down AEW NXT. What is going on, Caesar?
What up, man, Greg? Just out here enjoying life on a Friday night.
The Friday Night Delight, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, this time we'll start with AEW. I just got done rewatching it because I wanted to double check a couple things. We kick it off with Jon Moxley coming out with a brand new eye patch, this time double strapped for his pleasure. He makes his way to the ring and he is set to face Ortiz, the Afro puffed Puerto Rican. Did you like this match? And do you think this is a good way to start out Dynamite?
I like the match. I did like the match. And usually, yeah, they're back to what they're doing. Not no WWE shit where they start with a 30-minute promo. They're back to wrestling. But I got to throw a pause in here right quick because my man Zanka said what I said in the Hall of Fame chat. This motherfucker left WWE because they're doing some fuck shit. And now this motherfucker's rocking an eye patch and a bandage for the third week now in a row. And he flew his dumb ass to Japan. Flew to Japan. It's like a 17-hour flight to wrestle in a fucking eye patch and a fucking bandage to keep kayfabe on two shows. Two shows.
By the way, Caesar, let me go on a tangent here. How good is that Hall of Fame?
Yeah. That shit is gold, man. That's just a gold bar. They should take this chat and put this bitch in Fort Knox and only give us the passwords. I mean, I understand once a year you got to let other motherfuckers in, but I'll tell you what, Savage Allen Foxtrot said it like when we got in. He goes, "Man, I thought this chat was good, and then y'all let the 2019 class in, and this shit done went left, and we all the way left, baby, all the way left."
Could you imagine if we aired, like we had our own Hall of Fame chat podcast and all of us just went off during a pay-per-view? How funny that would be.
I mean, like it would have to be like one of those it would have to be one of those WWE shows where like the motherfuckers are like backstage watching the pay-per-view where there's like 8 people there. You know, honestly, that shit would be lit. We should do that for WrestleMania. Just like there's 13 of us, we should just swap in and out. Like people go on beer runs or food runs, and we should watch a WrestleMania and just all get drunk together and fucking comment match by match and shit. I mean, it would get out of control, but that shit would be such gold content. It would be great content.
Well, you heard it from Caesar's mouth, ladies and gentlemen. If you want in on the fun, then your ass better get to work for the Still Real After Party.
I'm talking hashtags. I'm talking questions. I'm talking comments. I'm talking Facebook fuck shit. I'm talking get on social media. Get your ass in the hall. You don't want to smoke, but you need the smoke.
And trust us, the Facebook questions need your help.
Big facts. But back to the match.
Yes.
It was a great match. You know, I like Mox. I like Mox in the ring. He's never stood me wrong in the ring. And then, you know, watching him, like, you know, you hear him on these podcasts, he has to deal with the fuck shit with Vince. I get it. You know, it's Vince. Vince always got some fuck shit. I get it. Now he's on his own. They're more creative. But, like, seriously? But at the end of the match, I was kind of like, seriously? This is some WWE shit. Them niggas took your eye. So now what are you going to do? Take eyes from all these motherfuckers until you get to Jericho?
Well, we left out the best part. We left out the best part. After Ortiz gets his Afro puffs to the ring, we get the entire inner circle out there, and Jericho gets on commentary, and the audience serenades him to the commentary table.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the new thing, though, man. You got to sing it. You got to sing Jericho to the table. It's good shit. It's such good shit.
It's such good shit, pal.
I still don't know the lyrics. I still haven't Googled. I said I would last week, but you know, I was drunk.
I just hum along like the national anthem. I pretend like I know what I'm saying, but in reality, I'm just going ha ta ta ha ha ha.
Jericho. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that should be lit. I'll try that next time.
Well, like you said, the match did have some fuck shit. Sammy G also joined commentary along with Jericho. I noticed that I know this is only something the Steel Real After Party regulars would recognize, but I could have swore Sammy G resembled the Great Bretsky 99. They sound the same, Cesar. They sound the same.
Yeah, man, all them young punks do. You know,
That's right.
I mean, all these young Thundercats coming for being tutelized by legends like the older cats in the Steel Reel and by Chris Jericho himself. All these young punks, they all sound the same, man. All these young millennials, they don't know what to do. They
And
look up to us.
Watch, just like Sammy G will eventually, the Great Bretsky eventually will take over the Steel Real After Party.
I mean, he might get stabbed by me, but yeah, I mean, he'll at least try. He'll try, and I'll respect him for it. I'll respect him, but I'll have to come down with the hand of God and slap him down back to earth, and be like, "Hey, bro, you tried it. You tried it.
Well,
Now be real."
During the matchup, we get Ortiz with a sneaky little fuck shit thumb to Mox's good eye. I thought that was a good strategy if he wants to defeat this insane person. He did his Tiger Claw this time to Moxley's chest. Moxley's just locking in figure fours, nails the dirty deeds to win it. Santana goes down to the ring because Jericho says, "Get him!" Santana gets in the ring. Moxley basically dirty deeds his ass too, and like you said, stabbed Santana in the eye with the car keys that he got from Jericho, and he escapes in the crowd. And also something I noticed during this match, actually throughout the entire night, there was some dude in the front row wearing a Vince Still Rules shirt. Did you notice that?
I had to miss that, but I still have it saved on my DVR, so I'm literally going to go check it right now. The only bad comment I have about this match is that he stabbed him in the eye with a car key. If this is the most expensive key in the world, like, all right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I drive an old ass Mercedes. It's like 2001. My shit doesn't have a key. It's a fucking laser cut keys. That's what Mercedes makes now. This shit's some like $750,000 car. Why would it still have a key? It probably has like push to start. Like, how can you stab a guy with a key with a push to start key? Them shits are flat and they're fucking bald. I mean, they're not sharp at all. So I don't know what that fuck shit was he stabbed him with. That was like a Honda Civic 2000 key. That wasn't a fucking almost $1 million car key. Because let's be honest, that's what that shit would have really looked like. It'd have been flat, solid, brick key. You couldn't have stabbed that motherfucker in the eye.
Well, actually,
but I still thought it was funny.
A peek behind the curtain, Caesar, or a peek behind the eye patch, as it is. Since my truck is destroyed, I lent John Moxley my truck key, and that's from 2003. Wow. Because, like you said, $750,000 car, you can open that shit with your mind. You don't even need no key ring, no nothing. Some weird shit going on in AEW.
That's what I'm saying. I knew you did. I knew you had to. You dirty motherfucker. You wanted to see somebody else's eye get got. You wanted to see that shit.
You should have noticed the Toyota symbol on the key, man. Come on. It was obvious. Come on, guys. Come on.
Look, hey, come on, man. It was Wednesday night. It was dead at the shop. Like I told the Hall of Fame chat, your boy was drinking a little bit. And, I was just enjoying a good show.
Well, up next, we get the Best Friends, accompanied by freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy versus SC.
As JR says, no pulp.
What was that?
As JR says, no pulp, freshly squeezed, no pulp.
I did not take many notes on this match because I don't think this match really mattered. I think the whole point of this match was for Orange Cassidy to get over with the Dark Order. Do you remember that spot where I guess the Best Friends and SCU kept doing suicide dives over the top rope and all four of them were on the floor? And then here comes Orange Cassidy sneaking in, hands in pockets, lays next to him just to try to fit in because he thought everybody was chilling. and he wanted to get in on that shit. That was the best part of the match.
Yeah, all right. But if you honestly remember, back when AEW was doing pay-per-views before Dynamite, do you remember how Orange Cassidy debuted?
Refresh my memory, sir.
All right. So, yeah, I forgot, but I looked it up on YouTube because I thought I remembered, and I did, even though I was in my litness. So Orange Cassidy debuted. The Best Friends lost a tag team match on one of the AEW pay-per-views, and the Dark Order came out and lifted the Best Friends up. They were taking them away, and the whole arena went black. And when he came in, Orange Cassidy appeared in the middle of the ring, and he suicide dived on all the Dark Order guys and saved the Best Friends and beat all of them up, saved the Best Friends. And then he got back in the ring, and the Best Friends did the hug with Orange Cassidy in the ring.
That's right.
When he didn't take his hands out of his pocket.
So
they had a little, yeah. So they had a little get back to get with Orange, and that's why they were like, I think that's why they didn't back down from him in the ring, because they had a little get back because he saved the Best Friends from getting taken away by the Dark Order. So he had a little get back.
I like how they tried to recruit Orange Cassidy like he was actually going to wear that mask. He ain't going to cover them shades up.
Yeah. I ain't covering them shades up, man. You should just let that man, you should have gave him a black jean jacket and some black jeans. Then he might have got in.
That was, the SCU did eventually win, but like I said, Dark Order attacks. They try to get Orange Cassidy in. That doesn't happen. Evil Uno off. Yeah, I wrote said that already. Dark Order attacks. Christopher Daniels comes in for the save. Of all people, the entire Dark Order is terrified of Christopher Daniels. They all get out of the ring. The Dark Order eventually leaves. Are you going to care, or are you not going to give a shit if Christopher Daniels joins the Dark Order?
I think I would kind of like for him to join the Dark Order because they don't really have the firepower or even any kind of star power. So I would actually want him to. So that gives him some credibility, or I would at least want this, rumor of Matt Hardy to show up trying to recruit him. So either him and Matt can be a tag team, or, him and Matt and then, the other guy in the Dark Order can be a 3-man group. Cause that's where AEW is trying to bring tag team wrestling and 3-man wrestling up. So, if he does join, maybe I would hope for it to be better if Matt Hardy shows up, or if they have a big star or a big indie star, they come up to be like, I'm joining the Dark Order, you know what I'm saying? And then he joins or whatever. But as of right now, nah. I kind of like SCU. I kind of like them. They're a good 3-man team.
Well, as far as Christopher Daniels goes, are you familiar with how long he has been with SCU? Because I know, weren't they in Ring of Honor?
Yeah, they were with Ring of Honor, yeah. So I get it. It'll be a good swerve. Because I kind of know, I think SCU, honestly, Scorpio, they want Scorpio to be the main guy and the other guys to be the tag team, but Christopher Daniel got injured, and that's why Scorpion, and them won the titles. And then he had that match with Jericho. But I get it either way. It'd be dope if they, keep SCU, but because I know they like 3-man teams. But then again, if he goes to the Dark Order, they need another big star. And then they need just any one of those random, Dark Order guys to complete that 3-man team to have those matches. And then SCU could always grab somebody else. Any other person they pick up along the way.
The reason why I brought that up is because Christopher Daniels is a veteran, and I was under the impression that Christopher Daniels was there to bring credibility to SCU, which he had done. He's done with SCU. He had his run with them. So I think it would benefit the Dark Order to get Christopher Daniels, because then Christopher Daniels can now elevate the Dark Order, giving them credibility. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I get it. I don't know if he could do it by himself. That's what I'm saying. I think he'll need somebody else to elevate it. But even still, if it's just him and all those guys, you take out Christopher Daniels, then the Dark Order is shit. It's just a bunch of fucking minions. So that's why I was like, I think they might need like just another guy there with him, but he could definitely elevate it because like right now they're just a bunch of guys. Like who cares about just a bunch of guys? And like none of them wrestle, none of them have a record. You really don't see them that often. They pop in every 2 weeks.
Well,
Like blah.
that's the funnest part about the Dark Order. The funnest part about the Dark Order is there's no rules. There are so many members already. There's no limit. So, like you said, Christopher Daniels can go in, but what if Matt Hardy does join? That's only going to be good. It's going to elevate the Dark Order. There's nobody around like them. So, the more the merrier, I say.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Moving on, the dentist Britt Baker comes out and takes on a debuting Yuka Sakazaki. I don't know if you're familiar with the video game Soul Calibur 2.
Yep.
She looks exactly like Talim.
Oh shit! Now that you mention that,
Rocking them hammer pants and shit.
Yeah, I did not put that together. Did not put that together when I was watching it.
It was a very sloppy match, but Yuka does win with some weird crucifix pin, and then Britt Baker attacks that midget with a ring bell, and then does the most legitimate curb stomp we have ever seen in professional wrestling. And
yeah, buddy.
apparently knocks her tooth out, and blood is coming out of her mouth. I looked at that tooth. I put it on pause. It looked like a chewed up piece of gum.
Of course, they're not gonna like knock some bitch's real tooth out.
I thought,
I mean, unless
you know what? I thought, what if Yuka actually had lost a tooth earlier in that day, and they're like, hey, Britt's gonna do the spot where she knocks your tooth out. Do you still have your tooth? And she'd be like, yes, I do, son. And then she puts it in her mouth, and then they do the spot, and then she spits out the tooth. That's what I thought, but it looked like a chewed up piece of gum. What do you think?
Like that motherfucker on The Hangover who's already like missing a tooth, so he could just take out the fake tooth. Yeah. So I thought of that shit too. I was like, what if this bitch is like missing a tooth like the Hangover motherfucker, and she's just like got a fake tooth in? That shit would be lit. You hit the little blood package, and then it looks real. But I was like, nah, this bitch ain't missing no goddamn tooth.
Do you think that the AEW, when they first started, they're like, you know what? WWE doesn't know how to treat their Asian ladies. We're going to bring an avalanche of Asian lady performers. We'll know how to promote them and push them. Smash cut to 5 months later. We don't give a fucking shit about any of the Asian lady performers.
Asian ladies, Yeah, fuck these Asian ladies. Coronavirus is out here. These bitches bringing it over here. They going to take some L's and get their tooth knocked out.
Well, who did this segment benefit? Britt or Yuka? Like, what was the point of this segment?
I don't know. It's like Yuka won her debut match, which is kind of what you want if you're putting on new people. And then Britt looked powerful, but she just looked like she got surprised on the loss. So it's not like she really lost, but then she knocked her tooth out, which shows she's powerful. I don't know.
I guess the only thing I can think of is this made Britt Baker more of a sadistic heel because she's like an evil genius. She's using her dentist knowledge to further torture her opponents.
Right. Yeah. See, I never liked the angle where the heel loses by like a roll up or a surprise, and then just super beats down the face or the new person. Because, I mean, with AEW, they post records, so like it's a real loss because they post it every week. So, and every time you come out, they post your records, and records are supposedly counting. When WWE, you don't know that Cesaro lost his last 12 matches unless you're one of us fucks who count. Like, that nigga lost his last 12 matches. AEW, it's like right there on the screen as soon as you come out. So,
you brought up a good point.
It's a little bit different.
You brought up a good point about Cesaro because remember there was a TakeOver Cardiff and he took on Dragunov. He beat Dragunov, and that was an incredible match. The very next night on Monday Night Raw, he lost to The Miz. So it like completely wiped that match out of everyone's memory. Yeah,
exactly.
Jesus. Well, up next we get the Butcher, the Blade and the Bunny teaming with the Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, the AEW Tag Team Champions. Why do we keep seeing
Fuck shit. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. Why is this match not the main event? Why is this match not the main event? We said this last week, me, you, and Andy. We called this match as the main event. I chanted fuck shit in my room. Well, actually, I'm still at work. And there was one guy who watched wrestling with me. But when I watched it again, I chanted fuck shit in my room. Like, come on, bro. This has main event all on it. You got the Bucks, you got the tag team champs, and you got these up-and-comer dudes who are heels trying to get on traction, trying to get some heat. All of these motherfuckers need main event status. They need to be pushed to the end of the show. You want tag team wrestling to be hot, should be the end of the show where they all can get some shine and then have this match.
Well, earlier...
Sorry I had to interrupt you. But go ahead.
No, earlier I was talking to Styx and Peter Wayne Kent. I was talking to them about this match. I have a different take. I have an actually negative take on this.
Okay.
This match to me is safe, meaning they put all their great people in one match, which we've seen every single week. We've seen a match like this. Either it's a 6-man tag or an 8-man tag, or it's Hangman and Omega versus the Lucha Bros, or some variation of this matchup. And the point of it each week is to move the story a tiny bit. So I was unhappy with this match because it was a great match. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a banana split dessert for wrestling fans. We get to see all our favorite guys doing all their spots, hitting all their moves. Everyone's cool. The Lucha Bros won this time, but we keep seeing the same match. It's like, and like you said, the placement was very confusing. And the only end result from this was that fucking Hangman Page and the Bucks are at odds again. It just pushes the story a little bit. I wish this match would have meant more than that.
Right. That's what I get it that you got to push the story forward, but like, how many times have we said this? Like, they're only pushing the story for top guys forward. And then even after the match, Pac comes up there and fucks with Kenny because the only reason he can do that is because him and Hangman are the tag team champs. But when they win or when they lose, Hangman obviously finds a reason to leave and go get a beer. Like, he leaves. So then Pac can come on the screen. So it's like, it's just Kenny and Pac. If this was anybody else fucking with one of like if Tommaso Ciampa was fucking with Matt Riddle, but Matt Riddle's with, fucking Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, Pete Dunne would be standing right there. It's like, bro, you're not gonna fuck with my guy. I'm right here. We gonna beat that ass. Like, even if y'all fight 1-on-1, I'm out here with my guy. We gonna beat that ass. Like, Hangman finds a reason to leave so that in your mind, I think they're trying to tell you that Kenny is by himself. Kenny's on an island. He's just stuck with a guy who happened to win the tag team championships. Like, they don't have a name. This is worse than WWE for sticking two people together. Because at least when they stick two people together, those two people stay with each other. You know what I mean? They're fucking with each other until either they win the championships and then they break up and fight. It's like Hangman is like, I was just saying, Hangman is like with Kenny in the match, and after the match, he's gone. And then they're somehow back together backstage. Like,
not only that, but the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny were hired to fight Cody. What the fuck are they doing in this match?
Is this a continuation from... No, it's not even... Wait, is it a continuation from last week? The MJF paid them for 2 weeks? Because he paid them to take out the Bucks. They failed. And now what? This is like, well, let's go get the Lucha Bros who also hate the Elite. Like, I don't even know how the Lucha Bros fit into this. Like, Santana and Ortiz, sorry. How does Santana and Ortiz fit into this? Like, their inner circle with Jericho. Does Jericho just hate all the elite? No, he hates fucking Moxley. He has no beef with the elite. Because, like, honestly, it would be the elite versus the inner circle. And that would be faction on faction. So, like, what? I don't know what's going on, man. Like,
Hey, this smells like some fuck shit to me.
yeah, it's all fuck shit. That's what, yeah, it's all fuck shit. It's all fuck shit. It's like nobody in that match, win or lose, nobody in that match was a tag team. So you can't count that for their tag team record to go up. I mean, actually, it's the first win for Bunny and Blade and them, right?
Exactly. And to add to this confusion, we're adding to the confusion here because we had the Hangman, Omega, Bucks conflict going, and then we get Pac threatening Riho. So we have two stories for Omega smashing into one. Finally, Pac, he threatened Riho, and Omega finally accepts the match that Pac wants. Apparently, it's going to be an Iron Man match, a 30-minute Iron Man match in a couple weeks, I believe. This is just all kinds of story, all surrounding Kenny Omega. Butcher, Blade, and Bunny don't mean nothing. Lucha Bros don't mean nothing. The Bucks barely mean anything. It's a fruitcake of confusion.
True.
Then,
like, yeah, I don't get it.
That segment wasn't over. Nyla comes in, sneaks in, and tries to put Riho, who weighs about 10 pounds, through a table. The fucking table didn't even break.
No, bounced right off the table.
How much do you think that hurt? That looked like it. I bet you it hurts more when the table doesn't break than when it does.
Yeah, I think it hurts twice as much when it doesn't break. Dude, I was like fucking laughing. I was like, I know she ain't about to put this bitch to this table. And then she fucking bounced. And I was like, yep, that shit had to hurt like a motherfucker.
We need to induct Riho into the Mega Pounders with cheese so that bitch can get some meat on her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all pounds, baby.
If she can't break a table, she's in trouble.
Yeah, she's really in trouble.
Then we get this Darby Allin video. Motherfucker has a flamethrower. He takes it to the Jericho and Sammy cutout. When did Darby Allin become fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator? Like, what is up with this psychotic skater guy? Did you like this video package?
I thought it was like just weird, but they even premised it was weird before it came on. I thought it was a little weird, but then I was like, oh, that's right. Elon Musk made like 85 flamethrowers. Darby's got money. He probably just called that fucker. Got one. He lives in a place with no snow. He goes, hey guys, I got this flamethrower. Can I just film some shit? A-Dub's like, yeah, we need Edge. Get a flamethrower. And you know, shit happens.
I think Darby took it to a 10. When he's in the ring fighting these guys, he brings it to a 7. Like, if he's showing this much intensity in the video package, his ass better bring it in the ring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, up next, we get Superbad Kip Sabian with Penelope versus the bad boy, Joey Janela.
Yeah.
And once again...
Also,
go ahead.
I said this is also a little fuck shit for AEW on my part, because I swear Joey Janela doesn't have any wins in AEW. I swear his record is like 0, however many losses, and like 1 tie.
Is Joey Janela Mick Foley Jr.?
Yeah, but all right, if he is, I understand like the route you're trying to go. He's the bad boy. Like he has these crazy matches. He never seems to win. But like, why would you work for a company to be that guy when they post your record every week you come out? And even like on AEW Dark, if you're wrestling on that, they post your record as well. Like you have no wins. Like 0. 0. They're paying you to lose every week, and then they have to legally say records matter here, and you got no wins, so you're shit. They're basically paying you to say you are shit in our company.
I hope they bring a secondary title so Joey Janela can fucking win something, because like you said, this guy is 0-28, and how can anyone take him serious when he's known for losing?
Right, but like Jr. one week, Jr. was talking about Jungle Boy, and he was like, this is a new up and comer in our company, Jungle Boy. He's new up and comer who you need to look out for. And you know what his record was when he came out? Guess. 0-10. I was 0-10. How could an up and comer, a good up and comer that JR is talking about, to watch out for, and this motherfucker's 0-10?
This guy can't
like
even
that
win.
makes no fucking.
Joey Janela can't even win an argument, let alone a match. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
Let alone a match. Yeah, I guess he's gonna fight Jungle Boy, and like winner gets first. Winner gets first win on a pole match. I don't know what the fuck.
Well, you know what this match proved? I think the purpose of this match was to push the fact that Penelope is an incredible asset to have on your side.
Oh, yeah.
She bashed Joey's head into the stairs. She choked him in the corner during the commercial break. Then she kisses Sabian, causing a distraction, angering Joey. Joey accidentally bumped Penelope off the ring apron. She feigned an injury. Sabian wins with a roll-up. This match was passable. We did not need to see this. It probably, if it was on Hulu, this wouldn't have made the cut. Before
Forgot about the Hulu.
We get the Inner Circle backstage. Funny interview. Jericho asking what kind of piece of trash attacked someone's eye. Santana screams at the screen that it's going to be an eye for an eye when he faces Jon Moxley next week. My question for you, Ceizar, what the fuck is an eye for an eye match?
That they already lost eye for eye. Does loser have to get his second eye stabbed out? Like, can Moxley have like somebody else there to be like, all right, if I lose, you got to stab this motherfucker's eye because I actually still need an eye? Or is it like the winner gets to go to the eye surgeon to get his quotation mark eyes fixed, and the loser has to pay the bill? So now the winner has two eyes again, and the loser has to keep one. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Jon Moxley
I have no idea.
versus Santana next week on AEW. It's a loser goes blind match.
There it is. There it is.
I guess we'll find out. That was just, I thought that was kind of strange that they titled it Eye for an Eye when, like you said, they both are missing one. So it's like, isn't that the score settled? They both are even now?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Coming up next, a Dark Order video package telling you to ask your doctor if it's wise to join the Dark Order. Are you liking these vignettes, and does the Dark Order matter to you?
I like the vignette. I hate it when they come out in public because there's no mouthpiece that I know. There's no, even if they secretly had a leader in the back who could give a vignette as well. Like, I like the vignettes. I like what they're doing. I don't like it when they come out.
I cannot take Evil Uno seriously because he looks like the first boss on Street Fighter before you get to the main three bosses.
True. See, that's what I'm saying. They literally need a face for the Dark Order. They need a face of the company. They need somebody there. The vignettes are cool though because they look good in swarms in the back, but when they come out and they do that fuck shit, like all leaving, like, they do that fuck shit, like, they can stomp out Orange Cassidy, but they all leave for Christopher Daniel. It looks like some fuck shit. So,
well, up next was my favorite segment of the entire 2 hours of AEW Dynamite. Hangman Page gets interviewed, and the Bucks confront him and ask him, "What the hell, man? Make the tag." And then one of them goes, "We know what the problem is." They take his beer away, and they walk away. The camera zooms in on Hangman's face. Hangman lifts up a pitcher of beer and then drinks out of the pitcher. Best segment of the entire night. Hangman Page is my hero.
Fucking, this dude right now can't do no wrong by my book. Like, it's gold. Like, I was with Hangman Page when he stole the drink from Private Party, and then like JR commentary was like, "He just stole that drink. It's like a $20 drink. Like, he gonna pay that back? You gonna charge him, Tony?" I ain't charging Hangman nothing. He hit me with that buckshot leg. Like
I
Hangman
asked,
to me is doing no wrong. No wrong.
I brought this up with Styx and Peter Wayne Kent earlier. What the hell is the end game to this angle? This is the scenarios I laid out. Number one, typical predictable WWE shit. Hangman ends up costing Omega the tag titles by walking out
Of
on
course.
him. SCU pins him, regains the titles, setting up a feud between Hangman and Omega. Predictable formula. Omega wins. What's next for Hangman? Who the fuck knows? Scenario B, we get an after school special, meaning intervention in Hangman Page's locker room. Hangman, we're your friends. We care about you, man. And we want you to stop drinking because you're killing yourself, man. It's affecting your family. It's affecting your friends. It's affecting us. And then Hangman breaks down. I know, man. I know. I just can't stop. I don't know why I keep drinking. I'm just sad. I don't know, man. And then fucking they go on a Dr. Shelby rehab angle for Hangman, where it's an AA angle. Ends horribly when he becomes a babyface again. Everything goes back to normal. Ceizar, please give us the answer. What is the end game to this fuck shit angle?
All right. So that's all the main angles that can happen. Here's what my angle would be. Hangman and Kenny obviously have to fight after they lose the title. But it's got to be with some fuck shit where Hangman won't make the tag for maybe a couple of these 3-man matches, 4-man matches. He finally makes the tag to Kenny, but Kenny gets he's not ready for it or something, and Kenny loses the tag team titles to somebody. Hopefully not SCU. Hopefully somebody new. Maybe even the Bucks. That would be the best shit. They got to fight the Bucks. Pay-per-view. He makes the tag. The Bucks don't want to do it to Kenny, but they got it because they want to win the straps. They win. Leads the Hangman fighting Kenny.
That's a good idea.
Hangman,
I like that. I like that idea.
So Kenny's like, all right, look, man, you get clean and I'll fight you. Hangman's like, fuck you, bitch. You lost the titles. I'm better than you. He's not turning heel. But Hangman beats Kenny. Still drunk. Maybe some fuck shit. He beats Kenny. Still drunk. Kenny can't accept it.
You know what made me laugh? You said that Omega would go up to Paige and say, "Hey man, if you sober up, we'll fight. But until then, no way." And then AEW puts together a fucking montage of Hangman Page waking up in the morning, reaching for a beer, and instead he grabs apple juice and shit starts chugging it. Like we get this fucking 80s montage of Hangman Page getting sober enough so he can fight Kenny Omega. That'd be fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, but he's been tricking him the whole time.
Yeah, it's
so Hangman
tequila.
Yeah, it's really been tequila and the apple juice. It's really been beer the whole time. He tricks Kenny, he beats Kenny, he turns heel. He doesn't join the inner circle. He's just like, I don't need you, bitch. I'm on this cowboy shit. I run my life, but beats Kenny and keeps going on and has the singles matches and down the line can get a match for the AEW championship and whatnot.
It is fun to speculate, but moving on, Dustin, aka Goldust, has this weird sit down video promo where he's outside like he's doing a fucking Viagra commercial or something, and he's saying, "My brother is tougher than you think, MJF." I'll go back to that later. Coming up next, MJF and Wardlow make their way out to the ring. Cody then makes his dramatic entrance to the ring with his Walmart clothes because what the hell's up with Cody throwing his fucking shirt and tie and everything into the crowd? They must not be worth that much if he's willing to give it all away. Cody does.
Oh man, a little $20 tie.
Cody go ahead and gets half naked for MJF. MJF says, "Give me your belt." Gets Cody's Walmart $10 belt. starts whipping him. They had 15 minutes left. How were they going to stretch 10 lashes out to 15 minutes? Oh, it was easy for them because everybody who Cody Rhodes has ever known had to come out to support Cody, taking one lash after the other. We get all the heels in the locker room coming out to laugh at him. This was incredibly overdramatic. Very Cody was making it seem like he was losing a limb when MJF was just whipping them one at a time. I mean, it did the whips look brutal afterwards, but as he was doing them, they did not sound loud. They did not look bad. Ceizar, if they said, Ceizar, we will give you $10 million and you get to run AEW forever, but we're going to lash you 10 times with Cody's Walmart belt, would you do it?
First of all, I'm broke right now, so I might do it. I'd do it. But if you said you going to whip me during Black History Month, some white dude going to whip my black ass during Black History Month, nigga, I'd have no-sold that shit. I'd have no-sold that shit like some fucking fuckboy Bray Wyatt fiend shit. Them whips would, I'd have ate them shit. I'd have told that motherfucker to whip me in my face, and I wouldn't have sold that shit. I wouldn't have dropped a tear, not a painful, not an eye. I'd have hit that bitch at the end. I'd have really hit him. I'd have gave his ass some receipts. Not even receipts. We would have been fighting. I'd have fought the motherfuckers in the back who fucking mentioned that shit. I'd have fought the motherfuckers all the way to the ring. I'd have whooped every white person who cheered for that shit in the crowd's ass that night. Motherfucker, please go whip my black ass during Black History Month. Shit, you better come at me with that fuck shit in March. You don't want the smoke in February. You don't want that smoke in February. Yeah, you better come for me in March with that fuck shit. When it's fucking the next motherfucker month, I think it's like Spanish people month, where, you know, Cinco de Mayo, my people, drink your tequila.
Oh, fuck.
We out here in these streets. But don't come with me with that fuck shit in the middle of February. In the middle of February, nigga. In the middle of February. Shit. I'd have been whipping some motherfuckers. I'd had a real goddamn whip. 1778 Alabama whip, nigga. I'd have came out the trunk with that shit.
With the listeners,
don't get me started, this motherfucker.
Is that me, you, and Zanka went on this incredibly humorous chain of fucking scenarios of the racism that was on AEW that day. Like you said, it was Black History Month, and Zanka said, and they were in Alabama. What the fuck were they thinking, man?
What the fuck? First of all, when I heard this fuck shit weeks ago, he's like, you got to take 10 lashes. I was like, they gonna just whip this motherfucker in the middle of the ring? I was like, in the middle of a ring, like on TV. I was like, please let this be on some like YouTube After Dark shit. I was like, you mean to tell me they're gonna waste airtime whipping a man 10 times? I was like, first of all, I was like, how are they gonna fake this? Because when you say 10 lashes, I'm thinking a real ass whip.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
I was like, I don't know how Cody's gonna fake this, because a real whip will fucking crack that ass. That shit fucking hurts. And then he was like, give me your belt. Nigga, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I was at work. I actually started working at that point. I was like, I ain't got time to watch this fuck shit. I literally don't have time. I was like, I don't have to. I was like, I need to do some actual work because I'm not watching TV for the next 15 minutes. I was like, don't care what happens. I'm out of here.
Cody can afford suits. He can afford to help start AEW. All this money's been poured into this. And instead of getting an actual whip, Cody takes off his flea market belt that he bought for 10 pesos, gives it to MJF, and he then proceeds to slap Cody with the belt, even handing it over to Mr. Mayhem, Wardlow. Wardlow gets a shot in. And then the final lash was to his chest, which did not look painful at all.
At all.
This ranks at a 9 on the fuck shit scale. What say you?
Oh, this is some all the way fuck shit on the fuck shit scale. Like, This motherfucker, like I said in the chat, this motherfucker ain't had a vacuum cleaner cord or a fucking Hot Wheels track or a fucking switch off the tree that your grandma told you to pick out. It's a fucking belt. I'm a grown ass man. I've been getting whipped with a fucking belt from 6 to fucking like 12. I got 6 years in the game of welts. My ass is tuned to eat that belt. Fuck, ain't no belt gonna do some shit. You better get some 50 Shades of Grey. You wanna whip my ass on some shit to make it hurt. Make me feel some pain, bitch. You're a grown ass man. Fuck Cody Rhodes.
You know what you need to do, Ceizar, for the Hall of Famers? I want you to show this segment to your mom and have her response to that, those lashings. Just I want to know what she says about that.
She probably hit me with a belt. So she probably hit me with a fucking vacuum cleaner cord. I ain't about to risk that shit. I ain't about to risk it. Look, I'm just saying, how can this motherfucker eat ladders from a ladder match, but he can't take a fucking belt? That's all I'm saying.
Dude has a permanent scar above his fucking eyebrow from he did a face plant into a metal grate, but a lashing makes him cry. This motherfucker's disfigured for life above his eyebrow. He's got that fat knot above his eye forever. And then he gets whipped by a fucking shoelace and he cries about that?
Yeah, a leather belt. He's crying. Fucking 8 chairs in WWE, 8 cages. Probably seen the Elimination Chamber maybe once. And then, it's got a lash from a steel barricade. Punched through a window to fight Jericho. Punched through a window with a Gucci scarf to fight Jericho. Not bleeding, not cut. But, gets hit from a belt, and he's fucking crying. His wife has to come out to hold his hand. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
The one thing that fans did not see or realize what had happened after this was done, after MJF kicked Cody in the nards and then ran up the audience, up all the way to the top, they showed it briefly, but a fan actually attacked MJF. And Wardlow and MJF were like actually punching this kid, and the camera cuts away really fast. What the fuck was that guy thinking, man? I guess is that a compliment to MJF of how big of a dick he was? Or was that fan just a little bit too tipsy?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like, the fan was a little bit too tipsy, but you got to take that as a compliment and as somebody is like a little bit too lit and taking it a little bit too seriously that they try to fight you in the stands because you're that much of an asshole.
Oh, yeah. It's a badge of honor. I bet you he's going to brag about that forever. Because back in the day, you remember Roddy Piper and people, they used to get guns pulled on them. And people would try to stab their ass back in the day. So MJF is going to wear this as a badge of honor forever.
Yeah, because this is the land of the smart marks. We all know it's staged. We all know it's fake. And we all know the lashings, are lashes. But, the fact that man was still engaged, it's still real to me, damn it. He's still engaged enough to fucking fight MJF.
That was the biggest talking point of this entire segment. I mean, the drama was okay, but we spent too much time on AEW. It's time to get to the real show. It's time for NXT. I took way more notes on this one.
All right, let's do it.
We kick it off with the Broserweights coming out on a silver golf cart. Fucking Dusty Rhodes Boots trophy on the roof. Pyro out the ass. Pete Dunne with that fucking I'm smelling shit smirk on his face. And Bro himself celebrating like only he can. Very entertaining. They go into the ring, cut a promo, interrupted by Undisputed Era. They finally let Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish talk. And we get the most repeated phrase of the entire night, including on Twitter, including in the chat. How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
The best part about this is when they were driving in and Pete Dunne's got that, that I smell shit look on his face. Nigel McGuinness goes, Pete Dunne looks ecstatic.
Yeah.
I fucking died. I fucking died. Like Matt Riddle's having the time of his life. He's dapping up fans. He's driving in, and Nigel just goes, "Look at Pete Dunne." He looks ecstatic. I was done. I was like, "This is the best." I was like, "It's probably gonna be one of the best segments of the night." I'm fucking done.
Last week I had mentioned that Nigel was getting drowned out by Beth and Morrow. Yeah. However, now I must rescind my statement and say that Nigel is the commentary assassin. He comes in there with those one-liners that will pop you, and he times them perfectly.
Yeah, I see. I think he heard you. He knew he had to step his game up.
I knew he was one of the Mighty 20.
Yeah, he's a Mighty 20. He's a Mighty 20. He listens to everything.
That's right.
I know it.
Well, they set up the match for later, but after this, we get the best match of the week, in my opinion, and that's including AEW. That's including Raw. Angel Garza versus Swerve. My God, was this a good match?
You know what? I'd have to watch it again, but so I had to take a pause in between NXT when I watched. And don't get me wrong, I thought this match was phenomenal. But that boy Prince Pretty, when he fought Devlin, I thought I'm back on the Prince Pretty train. I was off. That match too was super good, and I was like, damn. I was like, I don't know which match was actually better. I need to watch both again. Don't get me wrong, they're both great matches. This one might have me a little bit better, but there were some sloppy points in this match, and I don't think there were really any sloppy points in the Prince Pretty versus Devlin match. So I think I might have to give that one the edge.
You are correct. Prince Pretty versus Devlin was one of the best matches I have seen in the recent NXT shows. Angel Garza versus Swerve was an 8.9. I'd say Prince Pretty versus Devlin was a 10. That was fucking awesome. I mean, Prince Pretty lost. We'll get to it, but that might have been his best match he's ever had on NXT.
Yeah, like the only other match I could think like was that dope with Prince Pretty in it was kind of like that. It's way back in the day, the 4-way match where it was like him,
Neville,
Tyson Kidd,
Sami Zayn.
Neville, and like Sami Zayn. That's the only other like Prince Pretty match I can like super recall off the top of my head that was equally as good as this one. But like, don't get me wrong, I love Angel Garza, and Angel Garza's dope, and they even spotted him out like he was on Raw. And Swerve Scott is dope, and yeah, those guys can fucking go. But there was like maybe 2 sloppy points in this match, and he used the pants twice. Like he used the pants thing twice. Like I get it using it once for the bow down moment because you're a heel, but he used it twice, and that's how he got over on the finisher. But that Prince Pretty Devlin match, I think, was way more smoother, super dope. Finish was executed greatly. Even the hype up to the finish, like I said, we'll get to it. But no, everything about this Swerve match, I liked, except for the couple of sloppy spots. But it was even the promo at the end with Garza saying he didn't lose his championship and he knows Devlin is in the house. Everything about it. Primo.
I'm gonna get to the action, but you glossed over something, Ceizar. Angel Garza has a moniker now. A very strange moniker. I believe Morrow said it. When Angel Garza came to the ring, Morrow said, "He's the most beautiful man in the world." Did you catch that?
No, I did not, but I'll watch it again just to hear it because I got to listen to my man Morrow.
What a strange moniker for another man to call a man.
Beautiful.
The timing of Garza's kicks in this match, it blew me away. Like when Swerve, he somersaulted over the top rope to the ring apron and Garza fucking nailed him in the back of the head. I was like,
back of the head.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, these guys can go forever.
Swerve hit a move. I don't even know what to call it. Swerve, okay. Angel Garza was in the corner. he hopped up, put his feet on Swerve's shoulders, and then somehow Swerve hit like an inverted flipping powerbomb pin
Well,
to
yeah,
Garza.
Beth. Yeah. So Beth called it the inverted power bomb, a reverse power bomb. I guess like a reverse suplex. Like, you fall forward. And I was like, oh man, is that what that is? Like, I was trying to think, like, I guess it would be, because like a regular power bomb, the guy's in between your knees, you pick him up and you throw him down. But inverted power bomb, he's already up in the air and you pushing him out, kind of like what Swerve did. So I'm just gonna say it's like an inverted top rope bomb, but yeah, like I don't know what to call it.
Well, both these guys hit an array of impressive moves. Swerve did hit his finisher, the open house, to Garza's head, but Garza kicks out. That dude's a superstar.
Yep.
Garza wins with the wing clipper after Swerve got his nards caught on the top rope. Like I said, this was my favorite match of the week. I loved it. Like you said, the promo afterwards, Garza tells Devlin, "There's a Latino in La Casa." That was sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, Garza's a fucking superstar. He's probably not going to be in NXT that much longer, but they better enjoy him while it lasts, because that wrestling's going to get watered down when he goes on to Raw.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, they should cancel 205 Live. Like, just because the name, like, we all know they're supposed to be 205 pounds. These guys are not 205 pounds. Like,
Correct.
these guys are more beefed up than that. Like, get rid of that. Just keep the cruiserweight title. You can keep it on NXT or even take it to NXT UK. I'm fine with that, like we talked about last week. But, like, these guys are good enough to go with anybody on the roster. Like, these guys, like Ricochet, like Swerve, like Garza, like hell, Andrade. These guys can fight for the mid-card championship, if not the championship.
It was incredible.
These guys are good.
Sinikk has joined us, Ceizar. Sinikk, we were just covering NXT. We were talking about the Angel Garza versus Swerve match. Did you have any thoughts to add on this?
Finally got my fucking dream match.
I was just ranting and raving about how I love this matchup, all the spots they hit. Angel Garza's a fucking superstar. This dude, Ceizar was saying Garza could go with anybody. I agree.
They're both superstars.
Swerve is
They're
amazing.
both. Dude, kill shot. That's all I got to say.
That was Swerve's name in Ring of Honor, correct?
No, Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, Ceizar. Swerve was in Lucha Underground.
Nice.
Well, after this matchup, we get a backstage segment with the Undisputed Era causing trouble. This was a reoccurring segment throughout the night. Funniest part about the first one was Roddy, for no reason at all, goes up to some dude who's getting a haircut. What the fuck? What was up with that? He goes up to the dude and basically fucks his hair up, and they just laugh and walk away. I know those were all enhancement talents, and they love to be on TV, but what a weird way to debut.
Yeah.
You know what? Chances are that guy was planning to like shave his head or whatever for some reason, and it just went hand in hand.
It literally just worked out that way. That guy's like, yo, I'll shave my hair to be on TV. Yeah, fuck it. All right, we're gonna have Roddy fuck your shit up.
Shit, I'd do
And he's
it.
like, oh my god, one of the Undisputed Era guys are gonna fuck my hair up. I'm so down.
I'm so down. Oh, I get paid for this? I get paid for this? Yeah, I'm in it. I'm down. Yeah.
Well, after
If
this,
they gave him $15 and a Jolly Rancher and a free T-shirt, he would have been like, let's do it.
all they would have to do is let him eat in catering. He'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. They wouldn't even have to give him money.
Yeah. True.
Bangria, I got something funny to tell you, dude.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so my fiance, we're at a point now in our relationship, and it's amazing. We're listening to the Still Real After Party together.
Oh, wow.
Which, like, she has jumped on my fucking pirate ship, and we are just sailing the sea together. So we got up to Instagram questions, and I think they just finished up Julius Ceizar's question. So I was like, okay, I'll make you a deal because we just got home. So I'm like, so either if my question or a really good question happens next, then we get to sit in the car and listen to at least this next question before tomorrow. So she goes, okay, dude, it was your question, and it started, and it was like farting out of your dickhole, and she turned off the car, and we went inside. I was like, all right, that's fair.
Yeah, that's actually fair. That's fair.
Oh,
I just thought that would pop you.
you know, I had to think of an Andy question so I could thank him again for him and his wife coming on The Hangover. So I was in the Andy mind frame when I did that. So I apologize to your wife.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, that wasn't Mangria style at all, but I guess we're going inside.
Oh shit,
Big facts.
awesome. So is she gonna be a regular listener to the SRAP now?
Regular listener, occasional question asker. Yeah.
Well, shit, maybe the next couple I interview will be you and your wife.
That'd be fucking cool.
That would be amazing. I can set that up. I'll message you on Instagram about it.
Yo,
Following
so
up,
let's move on because my favorite thing is coming up.
Mercedes Martinez video package showing what kind
That's
of
not it.
badass she is. Mercedes Martinez is going to be a future NXT Women's Champion, no doubt. I cannot wait to see her and Rhea Ripley go at it. Are you a fan of Mercedes Martinez Ceizar?
Yeah, she gives me kind of Shayna Baszler vibes, especially how she gets in the ring with putting her fingers together too. It almost looks like a spade, but it doesn't quite. So I get it, but yeah, like she's a fucking beast. She's gonna run wreck shot in the. Well, I mean, there's so much talent down there, but she definitely gives me like Baszler vibes. Could take up that heel Baszler. I'm gonna fuck y'all up and y'all can't do shit about it mentality, you know? And yeah, I think she's gonna be great. I think she's gonna be great.
Thoughts, Cynic?
I was just thinking of something fucking. All right, so I could just picture Vince being like, all right, Hunter, if you could just get me a bunch of brolic bitches, since I can't avoid this women's evolution thing, just get me a whole bunch of jacked out Amazon chicks, and I'll give you 5 shares in the XFL. How does that sound, pal?
Sounds like good shit, right? That's such good shit, Hunter. Such good shit.
I think they're up to what 3 now, right? No, 4 because they have the Shayna Baszler and her 2 henchmen, and now Mercedes.
Yeah,
They're all looking like buffed up dykes.
But you got, she's beautiful, but you got to think about Bianca Belair too. She's fucking jacked and broad-shouldered.
I cannot.
Yeah, she's jacked and broad-shouldered. Yeah, you know what? Mia Yim is also like some hood ass bitch.
Yeah,
who could also fuck some people up.
Like Bianca, she looks like she could spend some time in jail, but she'd be nobody's bitch. But she'd be the pretty one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She'd be the pretty one running the jail, but she's nobody's bitch because she's so buff.
Popping her gum, getting all the extra bubblicious and
swinging that fucking hair around. Like, go get mama her cash, bitch.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, she doesn't even have to touch you; she can whip you with her fucking. That's what they should have used to whip Cody Ceizar is fucking Bianca's hair.
Yeah, shit probably would have hurt worse. Probably would have hurt worse. It's all horse hair.
Booking real quick. Fantasy booking. Okay, so this year, 2020, the first ever Queen of the Ring, Bianca Belair wins, and she has like peasants that she like whips with her hair.
Oh, fucking Christ.
But not in February, right? Not February. We need to get.
You can't do it in February. Can't do it in February. Can't do it in February. But I do like the Queen of the Ring angle. I do like that. They should do that. There should be a Queen of the Ring.
Oh my God, I'm so on the uptake. You just made me think like reverse slavery. That's fucked up.
Shit, we get. Oh, sorry. So, all right. I said this in the Hall of Fame chat. Like when Cody got whipped, I was like, how they just gonna whip a motherfucker in the middle of February? I was like, I don't care if it's 2 white dudes. You're literally whipping somebody in the middle of Black History Month. And then Zenka goes, yeah, and they're in Alabama. I was like, what the fuck?
It was just all bad for AEW. They should have did this in January or December, any month but
Yeah.
February. What the fuck?
Yeah, do it on Mother's Day. I don't give a shit.
Well, following up the Mercedes video package, for some fucking reason, Sergeant Slaughter is randomly in the crowd. I guess the old folks' home dropped him off at the wrong place. Sergeant Slaughter in full decked out Sergeant Slaughter gear, sitting in the audience with his big ass chin hanging out, watching the next matchup: Dominic Dijakovic versus Killian Dane. What do you guys think
Nice, you
about
got it
this
right.
match?
It was all right.
Those matches are always amazing.
It was two powerhouses going toe to toe. There was a sloppy start to this matchup. Like it took them a while to get the momentum going because I guess they're really big and fat. But I mean, eventually it got off, and Dominic dished out some offense like a motherfucker, man. He dominated most of this match. Killian, he hit a drop kick that. Oh, that's right. I'm glad I wrote this down in my notes. Ceizar, I don't know if you paid attention to this matchup, but when Killian hit a drop kick to Dominic and Dominic flew in the corner, Morrow got very giddy about it. Very giddy about it. Go back.
Yeah. The way Dominic hit his head against like the turnbuckle and everything, like Morrow was like super geeked about how Dillian hit the drop kick, and then they kept going on because like Killian kept hitting him in his ribs, and they're like, "Well, this is how he like broke 3 ribs on Damian Priest." Like he kept attacking his midsection and drop kicking and splashing and everything to the midsection. That's how Killian Dane takes out his opponents.
Let me try to do the line Morrow did, but forgive me. I don't know if my voice can go that high. Morrow.
Gotcha.
Okay, Killian delivers a dropkick, and Morrow goes, "Oh my God, we just got a dropkick from Killian Dane." I don't know if he sat on his nuts or I don't know what happened, but Morrow became a woman for 3 seconds.
You Jonas Brothers better wear those purity rings.
Dominic does eventually win with the Feast Your Eyes. As Dominic goes up to the ramp to celebrate, here comes Bask in his glory. Keith Lee meets Dom for a stare down. They exchange a couple words, shake hands. The match is official for TakeOver Portland. Who is winning this, in your guys' opinion?
First, I just want to ask, do you think that Keith Lee is getting like too big-headed right now, or do you just think like that's all part of like him trying to use that charismatic personality?
I think Keith Lee, whenever I see him with that belt, in his mind state is like, finally, I fucking got something.
I just don't want him to be in that, that mind state of like, how they say like you want to make the belt, you don't want the belt to make you. Do you think the belt is making Keith Lee, or he's acting like the belt is making him?
Did the belt look bigger to you? That's what I really want to ask, because I felt like it was like kind of supersized. Like I felt like that belt wasn't that big when Roddy had it, but it looked like extra wide when Keith had it.
It was normal.
They might have gave him a bigger belt.
It was normal size until Keith Lee put it on. He stretched it out.
Yeah.
Well, here's a comparison. Right. Let me tell you this. Once Riho finally loses that belt, which I hope is fucking soon, the AEW women's title, they better upsize that fucking belt, because anybody besides Riho, what's her name? That big bitch.
Nyla Rose.
What if Nyla Rose wins that belt? That shit's gonna look like a watch.
No, she's gonna use it as a tampon.
Yep.
Well, after this, we get another Undisputed Era backstage segment. They beat the shit out of Kushida, who I'm not impressed with anyway, so I didn't give a fuck. Bronson Reed shows up, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have no problem with you, no, man." And Bronson Reed's like, "Well, you're gonna have a," and he couldn't even finish the sentence before they fucked him up. Still looking for Tommaso Ciampa. I thought that was pretty entertaining how they just keep beating up everybody. But do you think that made Kushida and Bronson Reed look weak, Or do you think that's setting up that those two are going to help get rid of the Undisputed Era ultimately?
I think it made Bronson look weak because, like, he took one knee from Roddy and he was on the ground. Whereas Kushida got beat up by all four of them. And then Bronson comes up, oh, you're going to have a problem. One fucking knee. He's on the ground, slumped, sleep, knocked out. Didn't even get back up to try to get some get back. He's just down, sleep.
He obviously hasn't learned big man psychology yet.
No.
Bronson Reed. I gotta say though, I don't mean to knock anybody, but I guess I am knocking the shit out of him. I think Bronson Reed is trash and doesn't belong to be there.
Wow, a hot take from Sinikk. Wow. It wasn't he on NXT UK?
He fucking sucks. I have not seen, like, if anything, I've seen every opponent that he's had a good match with make him in the match. Make him look good.
That's true. He is green, isn't he?
Oh, he gets carried in every single match he's in.
We got to give him time. Maybe he'll
I'm there.
Keith Lee level, but I see.
I just think he needs to go back to Evolve.
Yeah, that might help him. After this, we get a sit-down weird interview from Morrow with Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano in the promo of the week. It was back and forth for the ages. Johnny doesn't want to fight the Finn who lost to Lashley 17 weeks in a row. And he says he's going to take the NXT flag and shove it in the heart of Finn Balor. Whereas Finn Balor replies, I have no heart. What did you guys think of this?
That was fire.
And are you hyped for this match?
Ceizar.
Oh yeah, all right. I was gonna let you go first. This match should be good. I feel like Johnny got the better of Finn in this promo though. Like Johnny said everything that you should have said. He's like, yeah, I want this Finn. I don't want the Finn who lost 17 weeks ago. I don't want the Finn who did nothing on Raw or SmackDown. And he's like, I want the Prince, and he said I won't miss. So he's using his own like catchphrase against him because when you come for the Prince, you best not miss. Motherfucker been saying it for like 8 weeks now. So I feel like Johnny got the little bit better. Even though Finn tried to be like, I'm not coming for match of the year, which Johnny does have for match of the year twice. But I feel like if he's going to say that, it should be like, yeah, Johnny, you've had match of the year. I should be coming for match of the year because you lose match of the year every time you win it. Like, I felt like that would have been a better statement for Finn to say back to Johnny Gargano because he has lost both things he's won for match of the year. But no, it was a great promo, and they're going to tear the house down, so it'll be good.
Yo, who else did Johnny Gargano destroy in a promo? Adam Cole. Adam Cole is pretty damn good on the mic.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano is like just eating more and more Mario mushrooms, just getting bigger on the microphone. He is getting amazing. Like everything that he said with Adam Cole, this one promo is already he's already raising up like to the next level. Like this dude has no glass ceiling.
I'm telling you right now, Finn versus Johnny Gargano will still take over Portland. Mark my words.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You think that's going to beat Rhea and Belair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
And Balor are gonna kill themselves trying to give us the best match possible.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be fucking. Yeah, it's gonna be, as Meltzer would say, 43 stars at the fucking Tokyo Dome type shit. It's gonna be fucking epic.
Now that Finn gives a shit, and he's invested in his matches. Now that they matter, he's gonna bring it up to a level that we've never seen.
True,
he's enjoying wrestling again,
and
it was making him miserable.
Yeah.
Well, up next,
how many times do you think Finn cries on the toilet when Vince is like, "Here's your promo,"
and don't forget to smile, damn it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
Well, up next, this is not going to be on the Hulu version. It's Mercedes Martinez versus Casey Catanzaro, the American Ninja Warrior. I was talking to Sticks and Peter Wayne Kent earlier about this matchup. Casey has no tits, no ass, and she needs a cheeseburger stat.
That bitch needs a whole buffet. Fuck you mean a cheeseburger?
But she can
And
sure climb a pole.
to steal a line from Sticks, the bitch needs a mushroom as well because she's like 4'11". Bitch needs to grow up, hit puberty again, and then go to a buffet and get some weight up on her.
I do gotta say that when when Casey gets all worked up, she comes at you like a spider monkey with her fucking gangly arms and legs. Like that ninja warrior can move and grapple and escape. I gotta give her credit for that. But as far as Mercedes Martinez goes, she looks like the leader of every prison gang in Orange is the New Black.
True.
It was a
I gotta say, Casey Catanzaro looks like the girl that shows up with all her friends at a 7-Eleven and goes, Can we just buy the jewel? And then they get kicked out.
True. Also facts.
What's your Wi-Fi password?
Yeah. 7-Eleven.
Well, Mercedes does end up winning with the fish taco buster. That's what I wrote down. I was drinking, so forgive me.
Nice.
I believe it was the fisherman buster, but to each his own.
Yeah.
We come back from commercial. We get yet another Undisputed Era segment backstage, still looking for Tommaso Ciampa, but this time Ciampa finds them. Ciampa attacks Cole, and Ciampa fight it out to the announcer table. That's when the rest of Undisputed Era jumps Ciampa. They go to the ring. The Broserweights come out to help. Regal says, "You'll settle this tonight in the main event." And they basically...
I could have sworn he was going to say, War Games.
Yeah, I thought so too. Let's run it back tonight. War
The
Games.
new Teddy Long. Like, instead of a tag team match, or you're facing the Undertaker, War Games.
Yeah. First it's a tag team match, so that's what happened this week. And the next week, if they do this shit, it's like, fine, you'll settle this in War Games.
That's what he tells his wife when she turns him down for sex.
Yeah. Yeah, the tag team match.
Well, next is Julius Caesar's match of the week. Jordan Devlin, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, versus Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze. You guys take it away because I know Caesar, he had a lot to say about this. Cynic, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Dude, every once in a while, Tyler Breeze shows us that he can go, and he's a great wrestler. And if he just kind of ditched half of his extra gimmick, then he could be taken super seriously as a wrestler. He put on a great match with one of my favorites, Jordan Devlin.
I mean, yeah, I got nothing else to comment with that. This is what I was saying earlier. Like, Tyler Breeze came out, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Tyler Breeze can, actually go. Like I said, I can't remember a match besides that four-way match where he was actually, good to go. And in this match he had with Devlin, it wasn't like Devlin carried him. They were equally as good. The whole match was good. It was great. I mean, even though going in that Tyler Breeze was going to lose, you're still like, yo, this shit is some fucking good shit. Like, every time he hit a good, powerful move when he needed to hit it, it had good pop, good snap. Shit was just real. I thought it was a good match.
The blessing was, I'm so glad this wasn't the main event of 205 Live. This was something that they made it so everyone could see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember when these were on Raw? The Cruiserweight matches were on Raw and people tuned out and went to the bathroom and disrespected the matches. Could you imagine if this match was on Raw and no one gave a shit?
Bro, that's been going on with Cruiserweight since WCW.
Yeah.
In my notes,
they never get.
I said
the only time they ever got their true spotlight was the Cruiserweight Classic, and that's one of my favorite tournaments.
True. It was so good too.
That's still my favorite tournament that WWE has put on in the past 5-6 years.
Yeah.
They're very similar. It was a great competitive matchup. I wrote in my notes they went to a replay at a horrible time. I don't even remember why I put that, but I guess they cut away during a crucial time. Do you guys feel like they've watered down the Spanish Fly?
Yeah,
they use it
I
too
mean,
much.
it's getting a little watered down, like the super kick. Not really like the super kick and the DDT, but like I feel like everybody's got one, and even like certain dudes who are super high flyers can do it like on the ground level, not just on the top rope. So I feel like they're trying to. I don't know. I mean, that feels like a finisher to me, and yeah, everybody's just got one in their repertoire if you can pull
And
it
everybody
off.
kicks out of it.
Well, shit, even
Yeah, everybody
Charlotte
kicks
does
out of
it.
it.
Charlotte
It
does
never
it
ends a
too.
match.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you can backflip, you can Spanish fly. So if you can backflip on the ground, technically you can Spanish fly on the ground. So
They're doing it to the Canadian Destroyer too.
Yes, and the cutter. The cutter in AEW, everybody does the cutter, even the refs.
And this is why people are hurting themselves trying to do the next crazy ass move. Someone's gonna break their damn neck trying to do a 740 Spanish fly super soaker Canadian meat stromp because they got to top the last fucking thing.
Well,
I gotta bail out. I gotta bail out on you guys because I got a 911 call from my mom. So hopefully you can finish this without me. But it was great talking to you guys, and I'll catch you when I catch you in the comments. So holla at your boy.
All right, man. I hope everything's okay.
Hope everything's all right.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Well, Sinikk, Devlin eventually wins with his Irish Whip side suplex finisher. I gave this match a 10. I gave Garza versus Swerve a 9. The action on NXT unmatched. I loved it. In the Hall of Fame chat, Andy with an eye said that Devlin has midget head. Like, he looks really weird. And I think Devlin needs a haircut, or he needs to grow his hair out, or something. He needs to do something with that hair because he does have midget head, and it looks very strange.
I think it's his face. It's some type of feature on his face. I don't think it's his hair.
He needs to do something. Put a mask on. I don't know. He needs to do something. That dude looks weird. Charlotte.
You know when you take a soda can and you crush it?
Yeah.
On each side? I think that's the kind of head he has, and that's why he looks like he has midget head.
It looks like a fucking barrel. That dude's head, man. That's another story. But we see Charlotte arriving in an SUV. Is she about to give her answer? We'll see after the commercial break. Bianca Belair comes out. Bianca comes out first, right? And then Charlotte? Or did Charlotte come out first? Well, eventually all three.
Bianca came out first. Charlotte was not the first one out. Charlotte was the last one out there.
All three of the top ladies come out talking trash to each other. Charlotte's tits were looking good in that tank top, I tell you what. And it was weird. She was wearing those pink jeans, and it actually looked like she had an ass. So she needs to wear those jeans more often because it was a bit more pronounced and noticeable. So that's a very good compliment to the queen.
High Rise Peach does something for you, Charlotte, if you're listening. By the way, Charlotte, also if you're listening, check out Spreadshirt. Jake will plug it somewhere else. Cynic Mafia shirts.
Well, Charlotte, with her sassiness, tells Bianca to go fix her braid, talks to Rhea. Eventually, Rhea and Bianca look at each other and beat the shit out of Charlotte, powerbombing her. I'm loving Bianca. She's standing out a lot more to me now. She has her number one contenders match for the championship. There's rumors floating around. I'm not sure if they're true, but rumors are floating around that Rhea, Bianca, and Charlotte at WrestleMania for the NXT Women's Championship. Would you like to see that, or would you like to see a straight up Rhea versus Charlotte matchup at WrestleMania?
I personally think that these need to both be singles matches. I want to see Rhea versus Charlotte, and I want to see Rhea versus Belair. I just want to see all the Rhea that I can.
It's going to be a great match, both of those matches, if they do happen. Well, they are going to happen, but Charlotte still has yet to give her answer. Coming up next, the main event, the Broserweight.
My favorite part.
And Ciampa versus the Undisputed Era. Motherfuckers didn't even get to the ring, but for all of them were fighting. Ciampa, I guess he injured his left knee. I don't know what happened. I need to go back and rewatch what happened to his knee. But I hope that wasn't a shoot. I hope he was working us because that dude does not need another injury.
Yeah, Morrow and Morrow and
Nigel?
McGuinness were going back and forth, and they were saying, I think McGuinness talked about like when he was out on injury for his knee, and Morrow corrected him that it was his neck, but he also hurt his knee. So I got caught up in all that, and I was like, okay, but currently his knee's fucked up, right?
They need to give Tommaso a couple weeks off so that dude can stay injury free until fucking Takeover Portland because that is dangerous to gamble that main event because I want to see if Tommaso can have a better match against Cole than Gargano did because Tommaso can go. He's incredible in the ring. They're gonna burn. They're gonna probably. I don't know if it'll top Finn and Gargano, but I guess we'll find out in the future. But the one match I do want to see that nobody else is thinking of but me, because of the excellent chemistry I saw between them in this matchup, I want to see a one-on-one match between Matt Riddle and Kyle O'Reilly. These dudes were fighting each other. It was incredible. Their chemistry and they both have similar submission striking styles. It's just that Matt Riddle is more experienced, I guess, and buffer. But Kyle O'Reilly can go as well. Would you like to see that one-on-one matchup?
You know what I would love to see? And like, I don't want it to be a shooter or anything because I don't want anybody to really get hurt. But like, what if they had an MMA rules match, like knockout or tap out, and that's how you got to win the match? Like, there's no pinfall.
Predetermined or real?
Predetermined. Like I said, like I don't want it to be a shoot. I don't want any of these guys to really get hurt because somebody will get seriously fucked up and things will get messy. But
Well,
I
you
would
know
love
what
to
would
just see
happen.
that because
Bobby
what's
Fish
that?
will hit Riddle in the nuts, and then O'Reilly will hit Riddle in the face with the knee, and O'Reilly will win because of the interference.
Yeah, you poked a hole in my game.
And then, I mean, furthering the worry of us fans, Ciampa did not get tagged in for a while, and you saw him nursing his knee on the apron. Riddle and Dunn were doing most of the work, but when Ciampa got tagged in, someone put a firecracker up his ass because he was hitting that draping DDT on everybody. That dude put it in the 10th gear, and he was fucking everybody up. After 15 minutes of incredible action, Roddy ruins the fucking match. The Undisputed Era ambushes them like they do. They spray paint.
Hold on, because you're about to get to the crumb, and before you get to the crumb, I just need to put this out there. Last week, you said the word incredible when Tommaso Ciampa was bleeding out of the top of his head, and he listened to the crowd and signed the contract with his own blood. How amazing and like Attitude Era / ECW awesome did that feel?
Well, he blew the Fiend's version of that right out of the fucking water.
So much better.
Tommaso Ciampa is on another level, man. I mean, him, Pete Dunne, Keith Lee, those are my three favorites in NXT. They can do no wrong in my book, and tonight proves it. Tommaso Ciampa is incredible. The Undisputed Era does eventually spray paint an X on his back, just like Tommaso did to the table. But then the
Mangria,
yeah.
hold on. You know, like when you're whacking it and you're just trying to slow it down because you just want that blast off to be that much better. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay,
Let me just
let
put
me
this
slow
out
this
there.
down real quick. Let me slow this down real quick. Okay, the lights go out, and all of a sudden, the Titantron shows those three mysterious numbers: 2, 5, and 20. What do they mean? When all of a sudden,
Did
they stack up on top of each other like Velveteen Dream's glasses. And then you hear it. Velveteen Dream. Lights come back on. Velveteen on the top rope. Motherfucker jumps all 4 Undisputed Era members, clearing out the ring, ripping his pants off to expose that Velveteen Dream has Roddy Strong's wife on the tights with him. And it says,
Is that what that was?
yeah, it said his wife's name, Call Me Up. And Roddy looking on in horror as fucking Velveteen stomps the shit out of him, kicks him out of the ring. Velveteen's pants never really did come off his shoes. They were on the whole time, but he played it off, staring him down from the ring, staring down Undisputed Era. We now have the 4th man to take down the Undisputed Era. I'm choking on my own words.
Gold. Pure jism gold.
Do you think next week
God.
we are going to get a more closer battle between AEW and NXT?
I'll tell you this. NXT blew AEW out of the water this past week. NXT
sure.
was so much better, and it's not that often that I say that. It's not that often that a lot of people say that. But the only thing that AEW really had to offer was that last segment, going off of the emotion of Cody, and getting hit with the strap and everything, and having his family come down and everybody supporting him, trying to cheer him on and get him to keep going. I was emotionally invested, but I was not into most of that show. I was into the entire show of NXT. And when you think NXT, when I think NXT, and someone says, who's your favorite wrestler on NXT? I could think of 10 people at once. And then I'd have to choose. Now, this is all up until this past week. I would be sitting there just thinking like, oh shit, but who's my number one? The only reason why I couldn't think of number one is because my favorite has been out on injury for so long. And here he is, Velveteen Dream.
GREAM.
Man.
Okay, this is upsetting, but I agree with you 1 billion %. NXT, I'm a NXT mark, so I think NXT should win every week. I looked up the ratings. Fucking AEW crushed NXT in the ratings. I cannot understand why. We can say that AEW is the new flavor of the month, but they've been around for a while. I think NXT only won twice, and AEW's been winning every single week. But this past Wednesday's NXT was fucking unbelievable. It was flawless. There wasn't one.
They had
segment.
Charlotte.
Exactly. Even the Mercedes.
She was top dog
match
on NXT.
Even the Mercedes versus Casey match, where it wasn't really a big deal, it was still entertaining. And I mean, Mercedes is awesome. Casey is new. Like, that was the lowest segment I can think of, but I enjoyed that as well. And like you said, AEW was nothing special this week besides the lashings. So I hope something changes.
I'll watch AEW 4 weeks in a row and then tune into an NXT. I'm a AEW over NXT mark. And when I get to that one episode of NXT after like 4 or 5 weeks, if some crazy cliffhanger shit goes down, or the entire show was, like you said, like flawless, then I'm tuning into NXT again the next week too. But that hadn't happened that often. This past week, you best believe I'm watching NXT on Wednesday and I'm watching AEW on Thursday.
Well, I gotta say that this coming NXT, now that Dream is back, and you gotta imagine Charlotte's gonna show up again and ambush Rhea and Bianca. Maybe that will spike the ratings, especially with Velveteen returning. I know the ratings really shouldn't matter to us fans, but I just don't want NXT on USA to go away. I don't want Vince to look at it and be like, oh, that's failing. We need to put it back on the network. Because I enjoy my Wednesday nights. I like having 2 shows to watch. And if NXT keeps failing in the ratings, I don't know if Vince is going to get nervous and pull the plug on it. Hopefully not. But do you have any closing thoughts on either show?
Well, you know how much Vince likes to listen to the fans, of course. I'll say this, Mangria. You let me in on a little secret that I didn't know about, and maybe anybody else listening to this did not know that that picture was dedicated to um, Roddy Strong's wife. I am in a whole other level of investment now. I'm like, yo, we talked about somebody else doing a whole thing better. You know, Ciampa outdoing the Fiend with the blood. This is definitely going to outdo Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and Wendy.
Yes.
Because Velveteen Dream is going to get weird on us, and we're going to love it.
What are you going to do, Cynic, if this coming Wednesday, Roddy's wife is in the crowd and Velveteen goes up to her and thrusts at her or like kisses her cheek or does something and Roddy just loses his goddamn mind?
He'll do something weirder. Like Velveteen is the type of dude who will get a Google image or some type of like photo and get a sex doll and get in his purple bed with the satin sheets and like put it over the picture of her face over the sex doll's face and like go to town.
Well, shit, Velveteen has so much pull with Triple H. He can get away with anything, like the Hogan stuff, and like you said with Roddy, he did the small penis thing that one time. Velveteen Dream, I think, is bulletproof at this point.
So going back to the Spanish Flies and the Canadian Destroyers, and them just kind of becoming overrated at this point because they're so overused. Let's go to Velveteen Dream and see how he's doing the opposite of that. He's taking Golden Age wrestling and making it mean something again. When I see him use that double axe handle, who uses the double axe handle anymore and gets it over? Velveteen Dream is doing that. You got to respect that shit.
You know what my favorite part of Velveteen Dream is? The way he
What?
sets up his finisher. He does the fireman carry. He does like a somersault with it, and then he jumps up to the top rope, hitting a Macho Man elbow. He's getting the elbow over as well. Velveteen
That's it.
Dream, his future is so goddamn bright. No wonder his sunglasses have 3 lenses. This dude is money in the making.
And I love how he's always going, call me up, Vince. He actually had custom made tights that said, call me up, Vince. And I think the only reason why Vince hasn't called him up, and no, it's not because he's racist, it's because Vince is trying to grab his hand, but Triple H has a whole rope on his torso just pulling back. Triple H doesn't want to lose that. Are you kidding me?
Triple H has a death grip on the Velveteen Dream because he knows if Velveteen Dream goes to Raw and or SmackDown, he's gonna end up like Eric Young.
Triple H probably said to Vince, "Okay, I'll give you Bobby Roode. I'll give you Drew McIntyre. I'll give you Shinsuke Nakamura. Look at these guys. You see these names? These are the guys you can't have."
Exactly. And he's getting his way because the fans do love NXT. The ratings might not show it, but the dedicated NXT fans, such as myself, we love it. We tune in every week. I cannot wait to see the follow up to this and AEW. We're going to get that steel cage match with Wardlow and Cody, I believe. So we're just getting spoiled with all this good content, such as the After Party Hangover Wednesday review show. Cynic, thank you very much for lending me your time. Thank you to Julius_Ceizar for spending this time with me as well. I hope everything is okay with him. Is there anything you want to plug, Cynic, before I let you go?
No, man. I think I've gotten all my plugs out in some of the last shows. I just want to say thank you for having me, and hope everything's all right with Julius_Ceizar. Love your salads. Appreciate it. Peace, love, leg drops.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And until next time, stay tuned for some great Wednesday night wrestling.